So Apple are doing a stock split. What does it mean? Stick around after this. What's going on, day traders? Welcome to LWT Trading. If you are new here, please do hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, and stroke that little like button until it turns blue. Male teenagers, you know what I mean. So Apple are doing a stock split, 4-to-1. What does it mean? Well, what it means is if before August the 24th, if you have 1 share of Apple, you now have 4 shares. Seems like a great moneymaker, right? Just wait, just slow down, 1 second. Trust me, you need to know this. What that means is they're actually adding shares to their float. Usually in the low cap world, we're used to reverse stock splits. This is an actual stock split. So what they're doing is they're timesing their float by 4 and their price will drop divided by 4. So Apple is currently riding around $400. In the future trading, it will be around $100. So does that mean you should invest in Apple now or in Apple tomorrow? Let's find out. So Apple is up this week and it absolutely crushed earnings. People were not expecting this much resilience from Apple. I guess people are sat at home with stimulus checks and they're all either buying Kodak, which is in another video I'll link in the description, or they're buying iPads. Dead simple, iPads, because there's no new iPhone forever. So Tim Cook, hurry the hell up, will you? Year on year, Apple's earnings are up 18%. In this whole pandemic, who would have thought that was possible? And sales are up 11% year on year. Mind blown. Tim Cook said that this performance in these uncertain times is a testament to Apple's importance that they play in the everyday lives of their customers, and also to Apple's relentless, thriving thirst for innovation. I might have threw in the thriving thirst, I just think it sounded cooler. But even with the iPhone being delayed and no one knows exactly when it's going to come out now, the Apple shares have continued to rise with this stock split news and their earnings beat. So come back to the stock split. If you have 1 share of Apple before August the 24th, when the trading resumes after the stock split, you will now have 4. Stock price will be divided by 4, so therefore your value will be pretty much the same given the performance on that day. Why are Apple doing this stock split? Let's find out. Now, while stock splits don't really have a fundamental impact at all on the company itself, only the fact that it needs to trade more volume, but that's another reason why the stock price can be brought down to appeal to more investors. Now, psychologically, if a stock is cheaper, more amateur investors and people who can't afford, $1,000 share price are going to be more likely to buy Apple. Everybody knows Apple. It's a more safe company than, say, Tesla, in fact, in my opinion, and you can buy it for $100 in the end of August. It's great news, right? So all these new investors who are buying 401ks now can buy it at $100 and feel, go home and say, hey, look, Ma, I've got Apple shares in my portfolio. I'll never try an American accent again, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But here's something very interesting. If Apple never did a stock split in their history, their current share price would be a whopping $21,560. That is bloody crazy, because no one can afford that. No one. Even with these, crazy share splits that companies are offering these days. I don't know why you'd want 10% of 1 share of a company, but people buy it. I don't know. Cuckoo. This is Apple's 5th stock split in their history, and the last one was in 2014, which was a simple 7-to-1. Say simple like it's simple and normal, but it's not. Back in 2014. When this current one is finished, if you had 1 stock in 1987, to be precise, in June 1987, you would now own 192 shares of Apple. That's just think about it, that's crazy. Well, overall, is this good or bad for Apple stock, and should you buy it or should you short it? Well, the current float of Apple is 4.3 billion. It'll be 17 billion when this is finished. So it's going to need a hell of a lot of trading to even move it. It's going to be tougher to move because there's more shares available. Supply, demand, think about it. So you want to make sure that the weight is sort of weighed in with these new investors, but also you also have to remember is previous investors now have more oomph as well. So if they sell 1 share, they're now selling 4 shares, which could drive the share price down. And with this crazy influx of new investors and record accounts being open all the time, and you can buy quarter shares, and most of them people now can afford 1 share. I mean, $100 is not that much to buy Apple, and you can again brag to your friends that you're an investor and shareholder in Apple. for $100. It's pretty damn crazy if you think about it. I do really think that Apple have been very, very clever here in taking advantage of the new investors in the market, along with keeping their share price relatively realistic for any investor. And I think it's a good move for all parties involved. I think Apple is a good long-term hold. Personally, I wouldn't take it as a short-term trade, but I do think it is a good long-term hold for a pension or something like that if you're going to dollar cost average into it. If you don't know what dollar cost averaging is, let me know in the comments and I can do a video on it. But with 5G coming, a new iPhone that will eventually come out, maybe even at Christmas or September. At this rate, we don't really know, but there's a lot of positives coming. I do think 5G is going to really boost Apple's performance. It always has a kick. I remember when 4G came out, so I think that Apple probably will do well in the short term. And then if you throw in, if Apple does the reverse split and somehow opens below $100 and then can break through $100, it's going to be a massive inflection point for the stock as well. So there will be some short-term trades, don't get me wrong, but for me, until that happens, I don't want to make a call on it on YouTube and someone's already going to comment, you don't know nothing about Apple. And yeah, you're right. You know, no one knows. That's why I'm not making a call a month ahead. Ugh. Generation Z. So all in all, what do you think of this stock split? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Apple's going to be a good buy or a good short over the next, well, let's say the end of the year? Do you think it's going to stagnate? Do you think it's going to go up or down? Simply let me know in the comments what your thoughts on Apple are. Also as well, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the bell, and check out these two videos to enhance your learning curve, check out what brokers I'm using, and more importantly, just support the channel. It's tough times ahead. I need the ad revenue. See you later.